Alright, let's cover a few things that are very commonly asked. First issue, people crashing compiz. Whenever you make changes to compiz, make sure you go up to your Fusion icon. Depending on what theme you look, it's either going to look like that, out of the box, or it's going to look like this, out of the box, like that. Okay, go to your Fusion icon, right click. If you go down to select Window Manager, before you start making changes in compiz, you want to make sure that Metacity is checked, and then also make sure GTK is set. Out of the box, Metacity and GTK are defaults, but I've already added everything. Emerald is on, and all your compiz, iCandy, everything will be auto on. As soon as you install your proprietary drivers, or as soon as your graphics drivers are installed, simply enable compiz, enable Emerald, and then you'll be able to change your themes. Now if you crash compiz, and the main way that you crash it is two ways. One, you start changing things in here while it's enabled, which is a huge mistake. Make sure you disable it. And two, sometimes selecting too much on some graphics cards seem to crash compiz, and then the driver won't automatically kick compiz back in. You have to keep using this icon up here and keep manually turning it on because the driver is failing the check. What I found that's very common for NVIDIA, ATI, and all of them is that a lot of the times, if you enable both of these at the same time and then enable compiz, they'll fail. What you want to do is enable one, enable compiz, then disable compiz, then enable the other, and then it works. If you crash it, there's two ways to get it back. One way is you go to your compiz, enable Metacity, and then uncheck a few things that you had previously done. Now, out of the box, compiz is tested to work for NVIDIA, ATI, and Intel. Out of the box. Every setting I have on has been tested with all three graphics manufacturers. So if you crash it, it's something that you did after the fact. To keep track of what you did, go back, undo a few of them. While compiz is disabled, restart, then enable compiz and see if it kicks. A lot of times it will. Sometimes you have to disable a few more things that you may have done special. You can still use those items, you're just going to have to tread kind of lightly and a little slower. Compiz is a bit more picky than it used to be. Another way that you can recover it with compiz disabled, if you go to etc. or etc. and then go to your scale folder, go to view, show hidden files, make a copy of your configs by just simply right clicking on them and copying them. Go back to your home folder, paste them in, and then restart. It'll return it back to the way it was out of the box, and then you can enable compiz and Emerald, and everything will work again. And then you can just start a little slower, and you'll be able to get the iCandy you want. As you can see, it all will work. You just have to take a little more time with it. You can't just enable everything out of the box and it's going to fly. This bicubic filter is notorious for crashing graphics cards. I highly recommend you not use it. Motion blur, another one. Another one that crashes a lot on me is if I enable the fire and water at the same time. You really want to enable them one at a time, and then it'll work just fine. You won't have any issues there.